Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii, and in this video I'm gonna show you the most luxurious cars in GTA Online. If you're playing GTA 5 solely to feel rich and taste true luxury, owning these cars is gonna help with that. If you go on to enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like on it, that'd be awesome. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and drop a sub so you never miss any more awesome videos like these. Join the Hakiii army, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell too while you're at it, and let's get straight into it. So these aren't gonna be in any particular order, but we got the Z-Type first up. It's an awesome looking car, as you guys can see, and it's got a very unique shape to it. You really don't see cars in this shape. It almost looks like a slide in the back, but it's one of those unique shapes that actually look pretty solid. It doesn't make it look like a silly clown car. It makes it look like classy, in my eyes that is. It's definitely one of the best, if not the best looking retro cars in the game. There's a couple of really nice looking retro cars, and this is definitely up there with them. It's based off of an old Bugatti and is considered extremely rare in real life. There's only a couple of these in real life, so I think the fact that it's so rare in real life makes it even better in game, and it really doesn't take a genius to make this car look good. I mean, this car goes so well with so many different paint jobs and so many different colors, and the paint job covers nearly the entire car. Like almost the whole car is just the paint job, along with some really fancy chrome accents on it too. You can see some chrome. It's got the chrome on the T logo on the back, which looks super nice. It's got some chrome on the sides. This car just looks so freaking nice, and everything about it is just so clean and so sleek, and if you put nice enough looking wheels on it, it could look even more luxurious. I highly recommend you get this one if you're into luxury cars. You can buy it in the Legendary Motorsport website for $950,000. Just a great car overall. Now the next one's gonna be the Comet S2 Cabrio, which is basically the convertible Porsche. It's probably the most recently released car on this list. Definitely a lot more recent than the Z-Type, because I think the Z-Type came out with the game, or it came out in one of the first DLCs, something like that. The two best things about the S2 Cabrio is one, it looks awesome because it's a Porsche, and two, it's a convertible, which you don't really see in GTA Online often. There's only a select couple of cars that have a working convertible roof on them, and this is one of them. You just stay still with the car or just drive really slowly and hold right on the D-pad, and then you can either take it off or put it on again. This feature alone makes you feel all classy driving the car, and it just makes you feel like a boss, honestly. If it's a nice and sunny day in Los Santos, you can go on a little road trip along the coast and put the roof down, and then you'll stay completely dry as long as you're in it. Not that it matters if you're wet or dry in GTA, but I'm sure your online character will appreciate you for that. It does have a bit of a steeper price at $1.8 million, but I mean, if you're looking for luxury cars, you're probably gonna have to spend a good amount. Next up is the Jubilee. It also came out in the Contract DLC. Hey, that kind of rhymes. The Jubilee came out in the Contract DLC. I swear, I should just be an up-and-coming rapper. I clearly got the bars for it, but going into the Jubilee, it's an awesome Rolls-Royce SUV. No way, that's actually another one right there. The Jubilee is a Rolls-Royce SUV. I might just have to make my rapper name Lil Hakiii. I don't know, Lil Hakiii in the comments, boys, since so many rappers have Lil at the start of their name. But let's actually get into the Jubilee. So it looks absolutely awesome both from the front of it and the rear. You can look at it from any angle and it just screams luxury at you. It's easily one of the richest looking cars in the game. Like if you drive this car, you're gonna feel rich. You feel like some fancy CEO of a huge business in real life driving this. It's the best luxury SUV in the game in my opinion. And finally, you can find it in the Legendary Motorsport website for $1.65 million, or a trade price of just under $1.25 million. The next one is another retro vehicle. It is the Stafford. I like to compare it with the Z-Type we looked at earlier, since they're both retro vehicles. Just like the Jubilee though, it's also a Rolls-Royce, but obviously it's an old retro version of a Rolls-Royce. Along with the Z-Type, it's one of the nicest retro vehicles in the game for sure. It looks very classy, it looks very luxurious. It's got that fancy Mafia 2 look to it. If you played Mafia 2, you know what I'm talking about. It's got that very fancy retro feel. And just like with the Z-Type, the paint job covers almost the entire car. Like this would look good with a ton of different paint jobs, and if you have a nice paint job on it, it's most likely gonna look good. And also like the Z-Type, it's also got some chrome on it. It's got some nice chrome accents, chrome finishes. It's got a lot of chrome on the front of it, also on the rear, and some on the sides too. And the chrome additions on this car just make it look so freaking nice. I'm really glad they have cars like these in GTA 5, and if you want to get this one, you can get it for just under $1.3 million in the Legendary Motorsport website too. Now I'm gonna do kind of a 2-in-1 in this next one. So we got the Cognizati 55 and the Cognizati Cabrio. The Cabrio is just a convertible version of it, but they're both pretty luxurious. It's based off of a Bentley in real life, and Bentleys are pretty luxurious. There's actually a good amount of cars based off of different Bentleys in the game, and I decided to pick this one, which actually came out a long time ago. The biggest reason I wanted to include it on this list, besides it looking luxurious, luxurious obviously is actually because of the price of it. And I might have mispronounced it earlier, it's pronounced the cognizati. And so the price of it is just over $150,000 and the Cabriolet version is $185,000, which is also really inexpensive compared to the other cars on this list. So for those of you watching who are into luxury cars but you don't have as much money, this could be a good option for you. The headlights on the front of it specifically look really cool, but the entire car looks great. So if you do want to get this, both versions of it are available in the Legendary Motorsport website. Next up is the Roosevelt Velour. It also has another version of it, which is the regular Roosevelt, but I think the Roosevelt Velour has some more customization options. It's just a bit better. Not sure what other differences they have, but we're going to focus on the Roosevelt Velour. It's yet another retro vehicle like the Stafford and the Z-Type, but this one looks really retro. It looks even older than the other two. It's got the spare wheel on the back and on the side of it, and just like with the other two, it's got some chrome add-ons to it which make it look super luxurious, and the wheels look really nice with white walls. So if you do have Benny's wheels on it, make sure you put the big white walls on it, or if you don't have Benny's wheels on it, make sure you guys choose one of the lowrider wheels which you can put the white walls on. I just think the car looks awesome with the white walls on it. Also, the interior of it looks awesome too. It looks all like fancy and classy. Good on Rockstar for making a cool interior with this one. Besides that, it's also got a cool feature where you can hang on the side of it and you can like shoot with a machine gun, which is a super unique and cool feature with it. One person could be driving and then people are just hanging on the side of the car shooting everybody. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I know you can hang on the side of it. Another very cool and unique car right there. You can get it for $982,000 in the Legendary Motorsport website once again. Next one is the Windsor Drop, which also has a regular version. The Windsor Drop is just a convertible version of it, which once again I prefer, but besides that, they're basically the same car and they both look really rich. We'll focus on the Windsor Drop. It's based off of a Rolls Royce, just like a few other cars on this list, and you might notice the front of it looks a lot like the Jubilee's front. That's because the Jubilee once again is also a Rolls Royce, just an SUV version. You can put some nice liveries on it too to make it even more luxurious. It's got a solid interior. I wouldn't say it's as cool as the Roosevelt Velour because that one's super unique, but it's a solid interior, I'd say. You can get the Windsor Drop for $900,000 and the regular Windsor for $845,000. Next one is the Ignis supercar. I wanted to include a supercar on this list. Surprisingly, I ended up with very few supercars, which would be just one supercar really, and I decided to go with the Ignis just because it looks like a crazy hypercar. If you're a millionaire or billionaire in GTA 5, you're probably gonna own this one. The front of it looks crazy, the back of it looks crazy, the doors are like the ones that go upwards, whatever you call those. I think you call those the butterfly doors if I'm not mistaken, but it's basically got everything you look for in a hypercar. It is a sick looking supercar, but it does come at a steep price of $2,765,000. But I mean, if you're looking for a crazy looking hypercar to show off some luxury, this would be the one. Next up is going to be the Huntley S. I like this SUV a lot. It's based off of a Bentley, so basically on this list we have a Rolls Royce SUV and now we have a Bentley SUV. I specifically like the headlights on this SUV. They look super nice, and also the grille on the front of it just screams out luxury, probably because it's chrome, and the whole car just looks great. And it's really important to get nice wheels on this car, so if you have nice wheels, it's gonna take it to a whole nother level. And something you might want to know about this one is it only costs $195,000, so it's another cheap option. I guess I'll throw out some honorable mentions. So we got the Paragon R, we got the Super Diamond, and then the Baller, which is the Range Rover SUV, basically any version of the Baller since there's like 3 of them, and they're all basically the exact same. Now if you want to see how to get the money to get all these luxury vehicles, make sure you guys click the video on screen now on how to get your first $10 million in GTA Online. Besides that, enjoy.